keep going. And it was way easier than I thought it was going to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me go get me some water. Let me get us to the YouTube, and then I'll come back and we'll be live. Oh. All right. All right. Give me 1 second. And we are live on Zoom. We are live on YouTube. And we are live on the Sevens with Pfeiffer's B Metatron's internet radio station. I am thankful and grateful to be here today. It is a pleasure and an honor to be able to be back behind the mic here at the PB Metatron Broadcast Center. Yes, yes, yes. We are feeling ourselves in 2026. I don't give a fuck, man. We are feeling ourselves. So we're going to jump right into it. Hey there, Ryan. Good to have you with us. How's the cruise, brother?
It's amazing, man. It's amazing.
Did
I'm, I'm,
you
I'm in. Huh?
go
Go
ahead?
ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, 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 no. You go ahead.
No, man. I'm in the attitude of gratitude right now, man. I'm having a good time.
Bro, I am just grateful that you took time out of your vacation to want to be here. Did you get a chance to see the couple of emails I sent you on the breakthrough I made in the numerology?
I got to go back into it. I'm getting half loaded emails. Like even this email with this link right here, I had to
Uh-huh.
send it to my other Gmail for it to show all the way up
Then don't
for
don't
whatever
worry about it.
reason.
Don't worry about it. Just wait till you get back on United States dirt, and we could take it from there. I'm excited, bro. Just to let you know, since this weekend, I did not. I'm letting everybody know I did not write books this weekend. However, what I did do this weekend, I wrote out uh, the numbers for Saturday's Soul of the Game numerology and cardology show, 1 to 31. And then I wrote out for 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, and 99. I did all of those. I also wrote out 1 to 31 born on that date. So if you're born on the 10th, I've wrote out what that means for you. And dun, 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 in my software project, I had put Robert Lee Camp's card definitions in there. And I said, fuck all of that too. I'm scrapping that shit. I'm not giving him no credit, no nothing. I'm writing my own shit for that. So I wrote out this morning before the show, Ace of Hearts to the King of Hearts. Birth card and planetary ruler card. Right after the show today, right after the broadcast today, after I give me something to eat, I am endeavoring to write out Ace of Clubs to King of Clubs tonight before I retire. I'm thankful and grateful for the burst of creative energy that has hit me since the full moon on the 3rd, and it's a whole bunch of shit going on in Cappy right now, and this just got me fired up, man. And I will have the software that's on my website. I will have that done and complete. Give myself some grace. Today is the 6th. I'm gonna give myself until the end of the month. However, it'll be done way before the end of the month. So I just want to welcome Sojourner Worthy. Unmute yourself and introduce yourself to the folks. This is connection of mine through Dr. Atia, and I am thankful and grateful. I'm glad Sojourner showed up because I want to invite you to something. So, Sojourner, unmute yourself and introduce yourself and talk to us, if you will. Are you there, Sojourner? Yes.
Yes, thank you. I was literally trying to figure out how to unmute myself. Yeah, I'm grateful and thankful that I was able to actually chime in. I missed your last session that you had last week.
Over here at On the Sevens, we don't miss anything, and you showed up right on time. Yep, you didn't
all
miss.
right.
Yes.
Well, I'll accept that.
Yes.
I'll accept that.
Tell the folks about yourself. What do you do?
I'm a holistic health coach, a natural hairstylist, and I am also a trichologist. So I help people with resolving their issues with hair loss and hair loss recovery.
You do anything about this right here? It's been like this since I was in my 20s. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I get that a lot. I get that a lot.
I know you do. I know you do. Good. Well, it's great to have you here. I want to ask you. I do a natural health and healing. I have my own mastered self, natural health and healing. I have content. I deal with chakras and diets and herbal remedies and natural remedies for the things that ail each of us. And I would like to invite you to be a real major part of our Thursday broadcast, which is the transformational, therapeutic Thursdays, and that's where we do our natural health and healing. Would you be interested in considering that?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. Do you have to go back to work today?
I'm waiting on a client right now.
Okay.
I'm 2 hours ahead of you.
Yeah, so it's 6 o'clock. So I will reach out to you after the broadcast today, or we could talk tomorrow, and then I can give you the rundown and how everything goes and see if you're interested. I would love to have you be the other half of the natural health and healing. I have other half for astrology, High Priestess Alania, and we have another half for the soul and science of the game, me and Mr. Dennis, and I would love for you to be the other half of Natural Health and Healing Thursdays. So I'll reach out.
That sounds great.
I'll reach out to you after the broadcast tonight. If it's too late, then we could chat tomorrow. And I'll give you the parameters, the rundown, let you know how I run things, and we'll take it from here.
Okay, that sounds great.
Great. Hey, Natanya, how are you? Unmute yourself and say hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, everything is lovely. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm hanging in there.
All right. It's like I said, it's a wonderful time to be on this side of the dirt, in spite of the mundane things that are going on, and depending upon which type of news you watch, we are either 1 inch away from World War III, or somebody just did something that a bunch of folks have been wanting for 25 years. So again, I don't fall on we're going to World War III, and I don't fall on the other one. I'm looking at things from the esoteric cosmic map, what's playing out in the cosmos, all this shit that's going on right now with these different countries and the people in this country, and the uprisings in Africa, and the uprisings in Italy, and the uprisings in China, and the uprisings in Australia. Oh, wait, your news doesn't tell you about that? Oh, wow. I'm sorry that your news didn't tell you about that. Where I get my news, it tells me about all of that. This is just being played. This is the theatrical part of the real shit that's going on in the cosmos, the real war, the real shuffling, the real radical change is happening in the cosmos, and it just takes a minute to be played out here. So I'm appreciative that the cosmos has picked the change agent that they picked, because I'm telling you, it don't matter what Orange Man does. Half of the other side, they just lose their fucking mind, man. And I love it, because I know that anybody from New York talks big, they boast, they exaggerate, and they were the kings of trolling before trolling even became a word. And Orange Man in the White House, he'd be trolling the blue team, and they fall for it every fucking time. Hook, line, and sinker. They fall for that troll shit every time. So I'm excited, because it's 3 more years of this shit with him in office. So we can kick back and buckle up, man. It's gonna be a fun ride. Ryan, you got any opening comments before we get running off here into the broadcast?
Something is just telling me to, no matter what your particular frequency is, or no matter what we get into, no matter how much you dig into your life, there's certain universal things that make sense. And this year, you just gotta be authentic with yourself. If you know it's an issue, pay attention and observe yourself when you are convincing yourself and you selling yourself on not handling it. You know what I mean? A lot of us, we're always selling ourselves to either handle it or some type of false justification to escape it. So in this year, I guarantee you'll see a better version of yourself if you pay attention to and kind of observe yourself, be the observer of self, and get rid of any escapism. I'll leave it at that.
Absolutely. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. All right. Well, we are back and we are live. This is On the Sevens with P-B Metatron, where we come to awaken, ascend, and expand. I am P-B Metatron, your host with the most. And today, very good day to be me. You know, every day is a very good day to be me. I believe this, I live this, I bees this, and I require this. And I guarantee you this. Should you make that mantra a part of your daily rituals and then go about doing the things that motivates and inspires you to do, your life too will get better exponentially each and every day. I know this for a fact, because my life has gotten better every day that I've said that. And again, thankful and grateful for the calendar flip. Thankful and grateful to get out of that 11-2 personal year into a 12-3 personal year. And I tell you, it didn't happen the morning I woke up on the 1st. In fact, the morning I woke up on the 1st, I felt like I woke up in 3rd gear. I couldn't get moving and I was dragging. However, right that morning of the full moon, oh yeah, it seemed like somebody shot me out of a cannon, man, and I haven't been able to slow down since. So this is our Tapped In Tuesdays, which we deal only with the planets and signs and houses. It's astrology only on Tuesdays, natural health and healing on Thursdays, cards, numbers, and other scientific things on Saturdays. So today we're dealing with January 2026 Mastered Self monthly Zodiac Native Soul vibrations. According to the planets, January 2026 opened the gates to a year shaped by the return to Maya. Truth, balance, reciprocity, and cosmic order reasserting themselves after the karmic unraveling of 2025. This month acts as the threshold, guiding humanity from the old paradigm into the architecture of the new. Every transit this month carries a tone of initiation, emotional cleansing, structural rebuilding, and visionary awakening. I could already feel all 3 of those happening in a few days. First up for us was full moon in Cancer that happened on January 3rd. The year began with a deeply emotional cleansing. The Cancer full moon pulled awareness inward, illuminated the heart's unmet needs, and the emotional residue left from 2025 and the previous cycle. This lunation acts as a purification rite, a soft and yet powerful reminder that the new paradigm cannot be entered with an unexamined emotional body. The themes for that full moon are emotional honesty, family, home, and ancestral patterns, releasing emotional burdens from 2025, and reconnecting with inner safety. This full moon invites you to nurture yourself as the first act of alignment with Maya. Emotional truth becomes the foundation for everything that follows. That's the soul of the full moon. High Priestess Williams will give us the science.
Okay, so this full moon took place January 3rd. It was 5 a.m. Eastern. So this was a moment for us to reflect on where we are emotionally, a new start, or cutting off something that was nagging us emotionally. So if you are a Cancer rising, you have the full moon take place in your first house. So this is your reflection. 13 degrees is on the fixed star Sirius as well. So this gave you a moment to reflect on your emotional identity and how to integrate your intuition. If this took place in your second house, this is about emotional attachments to money or your possessions and removing scarcity or fears of loss of your possessions. If it took place in your third house, the full moon gave you a time to accumulate all that you've learned and to integrate your new insights, whether that is how you communicate with your immediate environment or the environment you are basically creating a self-made presentation from. So anything that you have been learning or studying on your own because you want to create or build something, you've gotten to a point where you can see the full picture now, and it's time to start integrating the new avenues. If you have the full moon in your fourth house in Cancer, this gave you emotional clarity and culmination in your home or family matters that need your immediate response. Okay, so that basically could mean like if there was an issue in the home or family, whether personally or with another family member, the full moon basically gave you clarity on how you can handle the situation. If you had the full moon take place in your fifth house of creativity, joy, and romance, this is emotional clarity when it comes to romance or your creative endeavors, whatever you've been working on privately. You're starting to see it come to fruition or a date when you can actually drop that creativity. If you have the full moon Cancer in your sixth house of work and routine and health, this is a time for you to reflect on your work-life balance and make needed adjustments to your routine. That's going to help you be not only more clear in your day to day, but you'll have a better routine for yourself, better health as well. And it's going to put you in a better mood when you're around other people because they pick up on that energy. If you have the full moon Cancer take place in your seventh house of relationships and one-on-one partnerships, this gave you emotional culmination in your relationship matters. So if there has been question marks in your one-on-one partnerships, whether it's romantic, platonic, business, just one particular thing that you've been having a one-on-one issue with, the full moon gave you the emotional clarity on how you're going to move forward in that particular relationship. And sometimes it's just about being able to hear your emotions as loud and clear as you're able to hear another person's emotions, because you might have a psychic sense when tapping into people's emotions right now. Full moon in the eighth house Cancer, the eighth house represents transformation and shared resources. So this is a culmination in joint resources or government resources if you're doing your taxes or you have alimony, child support, things of that nature, or psychological insight. So the full moon in Cancer gave you probably some memories that forced you emotionally to have to respond immediately. And that type of response is allowing you to transform out of whatever memory or emotional attachment you had to the past that's no longer helping you to gain more trust in yourself or in relationships moving forward, including intimacy. If you have the full moon Cancer take place in your ninth house of expansion, philosophy, and travel, this means you have emotional clarity when it comes to your belief system or your higher education. Okay. And the ninth house is the house of God or religion. So if you have a full moon Cancer take place here, that basically shows that you have a more in-depth understanding of how your spiritual routines work for you and how it can be different from others, but you need to trust what works for you and work it. You need to trust your spiritual routines and work them because they're there for you for a purpose. And everyone has their own specific religion that you could create for yourself. Basically, you create your own religion. If you have the full moon here, it's showing you that you probably already created it. You just need to put it in a system on a regular basis, not just randomly one-off situations. When it comes to the full moon taking place in the 10th house, which is career, public life, public persona, this is where you have culmination or visibility of your career achievements. Okay. This is you using your emotions or your ability to tap into your emotions to initiate a new way of feeling about your career or public achievements. So if there is something you've been wanting to work towards for your career or growing in the career field you're already in, the full moon should have gave you the trigger you needed to push in that direction. 11th house, full moon Cancer taking place here. The 11th house represents community, vision, friendships, assets. So the full moon here gave you a culmination in social and network activity. So this could be a lot of people reaching out to you because they have similar ideas that they're ready to work on with you. Or you could be taking the initiation Cancer and initiating sign to reach out to those that you feel intuitively will work out best with whatever network or whatever asset that you would like to build with another person. And lastly, the 12th house Cancer. The 12th house is the house of spirituality, endings in the subconscious. If you have the full moon take place here, you had a culmination and it comes to your inner awareness or your spiritual practice. Now, this is different from the 9th house spiritual practice because 9th house is about creating a system where the 12th house is you allowing things to just be. Allow the dark and the light to be. So if you have the full moon culminate here, you have a higher awareness to your spiritual self or your soul self than you had before. And that could come up in dream messages. That can also come up as things happening in your dreams. That's also you see play out in real life. So precog, those type of dreams can happen as well on the full moon.
Thank you. Now, you are how you find that is, and correct me if I'm wrong, High Priestess Williams. You find that by taking your natal chart and progressing it to the time of the full moon, correct? And then you look where the moon is, look at what house that moon is in, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure. It's funny. Mine was in the 9th house, and you said that's about creating systems and things of that nature. Ryan, what are we doing, me and you, right now?
We are creating one of a kind, first in the world apps. We are creating structure and systems. We're creating scheduled programming for the podcast. Everything is about structure, systems, and technological innovation. And zero exaggeration, the world or any website, everybody on here is spiritual people, metaphysical people, astrology, you name it, numbers, numerology. You haven't seen what we built on any website because you can't get this static. And it had a lot to do with systemizing it. You know, it took a lot of work. It was a lot of hours, but it's done.
Yeah, it's done. And me and him, we're like right now, we're like, let's just push it out there right now. However, the reading for both of us is slow your roll, pump your brakes, bro. Y'all, you got this. You got this. And we have time. But we're both excited, chomping at the bit. We just don't want to put the cart before the horse. But I did want to share that with you guys that, yeah, we can't make this shit up. We don't make stuff up here. And again, astrology is not a belief system. Astrology is. It just is.
You know, I'll say you just sparked something. You got belief systems and life systems. You got
Yep.
living systems. This is real-time living guidance.
Yes.
That's older than all of us and older than the media that's trying to influence your mind.
Absolutely.
So think about it like that. These sciences are older than the games they're playing with you in media.
And trust me when we tell you this, that the media and all the powers that be, they got folks like me and Ryan and Miss Williams
Exactly.
on payroll.
We could prove it in sports. We damn near could prove it in sports.
Yeah, they got them on payroll. So thank you for that, High Priestess. Next up, and we took just the major transits. I know I said 7, but I only really picked 6. So if Miss Williams picked another one, that'll be a bonus for us. Next up, we have the next major transit of the month is Venus enters Aquarius on January 17th. Relationships shift into a new frequency. Venus in Aquarius dissolves outdated relational expectations and encourages connections based on authenticity, freedom, and intellectual resonance. This is the first relational transit of the new paradigm. Love becomes less about possession and more about shared vision. The themes for Venus entering Aquarius on the 17th are soul-aligned friendships, unconventional partnerships, detachment from relational drama, and attraction through ideas, values, and innovation. Expect surprising connections, refreshing conversations, and a desire to relate from a place of truth rather than obligation. That's the soul of Venus entering Aquarius. Come on down, High Priestess Williams, with what you got.
All right. So just I'm just go through the houses again. If you have Venus currently in Capricorn going to Aquarius in your first house, that means you're currently a Capricorn. That means you're a Capricorn rising. All right, in your natal chart. Okay.
Mhm.
So Venus for the first house. Here, first house is about identity, presence, and personality. So Venus here is giving you an opportunity to honor your personal values, your personal style, and attract what aligns to you. Now, Aquarius allows you to be more of yourself, be your unique, divine, spiritual self. And that is how you attract the most aligned thing is when you are your most true self, even pushing against some status quo stereotypes that you have carried along with you that no longer fits you. Let that go and get most in tune with yourself with Venus transiting your first house. With Venus going in your second house, which is kind of home, the second house is resources and values. Venus here will ask you to make more investments when it comes to your relationship, Venus one-on-one exchanges. Also your self-care and things that support the values that you hold, because the stronger you are in your values, the stronger you allow other people to be in their values as well. And we need a little bit more tolerance or peace and allowing other people to be their individual self. So the more strong you are in investing in your own values, you can allow others to do the same. And it won't be confrontation or competition, so to speak. When Venus transits the third house, this is the house of communication and learning. Venus here is asking you to harmonize your conversations and communicate with charm. Okay, this is also the house of storytelling. This is also a good house when it comes to your neighborhood, people who are close to you, cousins, siblings as well. So this is a good time for you to have some hard conversations and have a little sweetness added into it. This is also a good time to mind your manners, so to speak, in group settings, because Venus is about being polished. So you may, we're not in Mercury retrograde, but you might want to look over anything that requires you to communicate to groups of people. Venus entering the fourth house. The fourth house is home and emotional foundation. Venus here is asking you to harmonize your domestic relationships and nurture your space. Put a little bit of color or oomph or joy in your home some type of way. That will be a great dividend, especially for your bedroom. That's probably more so 8th house, but 4th house, make your home more comfortable or a place where you can really relax and prioritize your peace. Venus, where it likes to be in the 5th house, is about creativity, joy, and romance. Venus here is going to push the envelope when it comes to romance, pleasure, arts, play, entertainment. Okay. And this is about you being a part of it, enjoying it. To make sure I put that on my to-do list. Venus going through the 6th house, work, routine, and health. Venus here is asking you to harmonize with your colleagues or coworkers, and also to find, especially the 6th house is about the details, find some details in your work environment and find a way to improve them, to beautify them for not only you, but the other people that you work with. This is also a good time to take stock in beauty health routines. Okay. So any health routines that you have that Mars will also be here too, but is a pain for you to do. Visualize yourself being more beautiful every day, doing that mirror magic work every day with Venus in your 6th house as well. Venus in your 7th house of partnerships is also home. This is asking you to harmonize and nurture meaningful connections that you have, those one-on-one partnerships. Venus going through your 8th house transformation and shared resources will also help with harmonizing your money that you share with other people. This might make it a little easier if you are sharing money, or you might have some debts or some IOUs on the table. Figuring out a way to navigate those issues. You can use your charm. You can use your gift of gab if you have it when dealing with debt or debt collectors or any situations where you are the person that's in debt to someone else. If someone is in debt to you, they will try it with you. See through the fluff. You can still have a harmonious conversation with them, but don't allow yourself to get scared. Okay. All right. Venus going through your 9th house, expansion, philosophy, and travel. Venus here is having you to look at different religious belief systems, different philosophical or cultural connections, and see the harmony or see the synchronicity in all things and the beauty that creates in the world filled with different people. Okay. Venus and Aquarius in the 9th house is asking you to find appreciation in cultures that are different from yours and find a way to connect it back with yourself, because that harmonizes the world effectively. 10th house, Venus. All right. This is your career and public image. Venus going through here harmonizes your work relationships and your public image. So if you have a Venus Aquarius in 10th house, this basically is asking you to dress for the job you want, not for the job you got. Pretty much, because how you show up aesthetically with Venus in your 10th house is basically can lay the foundation or the framework for how people come at you, how they want to work with you, how they see you in their business meetings or dealings. So you want to make sure you dress for the part with Venus in your 10th house. Venus going through your 11th house of community, vision, and friendships. Venus is asking you to take a look at your friendships, have more fun with the friendships that you have, nurture the network or the community that you do have, show some type of gratitude. You guys can even get together and give to a charity or to a network, like you and your group of friends. Do something for the collective. The 11th house is humanitarianism as well. And Venus in Aquarius is all about having love for your fellow man. Not necessarily being in love, but having love for others. There has to be a detachment there, because Aquarius don't do that. Okay. 12th house Venus. Okay. Venus here, like some planets in the 12th house, can seem a little forgotten. So Venus going through your 12th house of spirituality and is the subconscious is asking you to do a bit more self-love, give yourself more compassion, and care enough to take time out to do your inner emotional health and healing. Okay. Don't skip the hard parts. Don't skip the hard conversations. And some of the conversations with Venus in 12th house might feel more so like, why do I feel like all my relationships take, but they don't give? Those are the type of conversations you might have to have with yourself with Venus transiting your 12th house.
Yep, Venus 12th house right now. Yeah, you just read Me with the one in the 12th house. Yeah, yeah. All of that and a few other things have been popping up. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you, High Priestess. All right, next up, we got New Moon and Cappy on the 18th. This new moon is the true energetic reset of the year. Capricorn brings structure, discipline, and long-term vision. After the emotional release of the Cancer full moon, this lunation grounds you into the practical steps needed to build your 2026 path. The themes of this Capricorn new moon: goal setting, boundary creation, commitment to self-mastery, rebuilding your foundation. This is the moment to define your role in a new paradigm, not through fantasy. You define your role through clear intention and mature action. That's the soul. Here comes High Priestess Williams with the science.
All right, so the new moon Capricorn takes place at 28 degrees. If this happens in your first house of identity and presence, this is where you set the intention to be your most authentic self, but with self-discipline and meeting your personal goals. Don't let that fall to the side. The new moon is a good time for new initiations, right? But Capricorn is an initiating sign, and then 28 is a 10. Initiation again. And 28 is a really good number for money too. So new moon taking place in your first house, set an intention with Capricorn to be your most disciplined self that you can be. And you have the discipline, you just have to find where is it going and redirect the energy. Now, second house, new moon, Capricorn, resources and values, set an intention to meet a new financial goal. Plant seeds that's going to stabilize your money, your investments, your possessions for the long haul. Okay. We talking at least 30 to 50, 60 years out. Okay. Third house, new moon, communication and learning. Set the new intention, this new moon Capricorn, to start to study something new or start a new way of communication or start a new project that brings your immediate community together to work towards a main idea or goal that will help everyone to become more stable in your community. Now, if you do take on a new study of or learning something, make sure it's in alignment with your long-term goals. Because again, Saturn Capricorn is the long term, not the short gratification. So there will be some necessary sacrifices in time you will have to make with people too. With that new moon, third house, is you may have to sacrifice your communications with certain people in order to meet your goals. So fourth house, home and emotional foundation, new moon Capricorn taking place here. Of course, the moon is comfortable being in the fourth house. However, this is a new domestic or emotional restructuring that will be taking place. Now, Capricorn being the moon sign, it's at work here. It has to work. Cancer, natural home, right? But in Capricorn, when the moon is here, you have to do what feels like labor in order to express your feelings and emotions versus like a water sign moon or a Cancer moon. So some of your intentions with the fourth house new moon could be you allowing yourself to go to new emotional heights with allowing more of your emotional expression to take place and not feeling bad or guilty about that if it takes you a while, because Capricorn does take a while to express. So when you do have a new moon here, you want to set an intention to see where you can grow emotionally in your connection, even if it is with your family, but your most intimate, private relationships where you can show up emotionally. Allow yourself to go a little bit more outside of that comfort zone a little bit more, and you'll see the return emotionally that you will get is something that you've been looking for and needing to feel probably your entire life. It's just been very protective for Capricorn moons to only show so much emotion or only allow so much to come out. But you'll see when you devote yourself to something new In doing that, you'll get your return back, which then helps you to become more comfortable with expressing a little bit more in those intimate relationships. And the restructuring that will take place allows you to also have open spaces when you communicate with other people, because the more you see in yourself, the more you can see in the outside too. So the moon coming through the 5th house, creativity, joy, and romance. New moon Capricorn here, beginning a new creative project or romantic cycle. 5th house, Capricorn. It can be a bit of a drunk driver type deal where you have to protect everybody else while they all have fun and you really can't have that much fun. So the moon is asking you here with Capricorn to create something where you don't have to be that person. You get to be the person that actually gets to be in the driver's seat of fun and joy and do something. Also, romantic cycle also taps into how you connect with your romantic partner, because the 5th house is about sex, relationships, and affairs. Okay. So 6th house, new moon Capricorn, work routine and health. This is where you can start a new wellness habit, or you could create a new organizational habit that also connects with wellness. Capricorn does have to do with your bones. It does tap into your muscular system as well. So this will be a good time to make sure you're getting your calcium, your magnesium, your vitamin D, your vitamin K as well. And it's also to make sure when you create these health routines or these organizations or these new habits, that again, discipline is the main key. They're going to last. And if you see something that's not working, 6th house moon, shift, change, allow yourself to move. You don't have to stay stuck. It's not a fixed house. All right. You can make changes. New moon Capricorn in the 7th house. Okay. This is new relationship patterns or setting intention for more harmony to take place within your relationship. Now, Capricorn, Saturn likes being in the 7th house because it does very well with Libra energy. But when you have the new moon Capricorn, again, this is about labor in expressing your emotions. So be patient with yourself and your partner. Lots of patience when it comes to starting new patterns, because with Capricorn, it's going to take a long time to set in. But you want that because that's longevity.
Absolutely.
That's stability. That's reliability, dependability. 8th house new moon Capricorn. This is where you begin a new deep transformation or financial restructuring. And because again, this is Capricorn and it sextiles with the original lord of the 8th house, which is Scorpio. This is you. I think Capricorn and Scorpio work really well together in the fact the 8th house wants to feel stable. It wants to feel secure. And then Capricorn was like, well, let's start something that will build over time, that will give you that security that you're looking for. And it's deep security, it's deep psychological security, not just the stuff, not just material. So moving on to the 9th house, new moon Capricorn, starting here. This is where we start, either you could start a new philosophical study endeavor, or you set your sights to travel somewhere far you've never been before. And that can even not just be physically. This could be you taking on a new subject that takes you completely out of the realm that you are, on a mental level and a spiritual level, as well as you could be looking into new spiritual systems that you haven't heard of before and finding some nurturing in that, some stability in that. New moon in Capricorn taking place in your 10th house of career and public life. This is a new professional intention that you are studying, or you could be beginning a whole new career at this time if you have a new moon Capricorn happening in your 10th house. Now, again, these cycles with Capricorn, we're looking 30 years ahead. So if you know you have a professional intention that you want to set, you want to get a promotion, or you want to start a new business, or you already have a new business, but you want to meet a new metric that you haven't met before, the new moon Capricorn will be a great time for you to set those intentions and get to work on it. Now, if you've already done that, new moon Capricorn in your 11th house is where you connect with groups that assist in the exposure of what it is you came here to do in the world, which is in your 10th house. So the new moon Capricorn is here to initiate you with group projects or collaborating with people who have the same vision as you or work in the same field as you. And last but not least, the new moon Capricorn in your 12th house, spirituality ending, the subconscious. This is where you start to do some inner work, meditation, spiritual projects. Capricorn is very good with stillness in this house. So if you are having new moon Capricorn take place in your 12th house, stillness is really key, I feel. Because 12th house, having a 12th house moon is like really, really deep. That's a really, really deep placement to feel like people will never really see how you truly feel, but you will always know how you truly feel. And those illusions can create some really deep scars if you're not able to see where you start and where other people begin. Like you got to have that detachment when it comes to looking at your feelings and emotions, because sometimes with Capricorn moons, you'll feel like you're or you may have grown up in an environment where the labor of emotion was always put on you to do, to figure out, because nobody had correct boundaries when it came to safe spaces of sharing your emotions. And the world can kind of like gloss over that or make you feel like they're glossing over that. So new moon, Capricorn, 12th house, whatever inner work or whatever has been bothering you or whatever you've been neglecting emotionally about yourself and you know it, or some type of emotional connection you've been neglecting and you're aware of it, start bite-size and work on that through meditation or stillness.
Thank you for that, High Priestess. Thank you. Welcome, Nikki, and welcome, Spirit Butterfly. We will open the mic after we get done with this segment and let you two say your hellos. All right, next up, we have the sun entering Aquarius on the 20th of January. Aquarius season starts. The collective energy shifts sharply. Aquarius season begins the mental and social awakening of 2026. The sun illuminates innovation, community, and the future. The tone becomes collaborative, visionary, and intellectually charged. Themes are the collective consciousness, humanitarian thinking, innovation and technology, breaking from tradition. This is the first solar transit fully aligned with the return to Mayat, truth, justice, and collective harmony becoming guiding principles. That's the soul of the sun entering Aquarius. Come on with it, High Priestess.
Excuse my baby. The sun in the first house, this is where it has the best expression. But the sun traveling through the first house, this is where in Aquarius, this is where we're going to get full, unadulterated self-expression of complete authenticity. You're going to march forward with your originality. You're not going to second guess. You're going to just move forward. The first house, Lord, is linked to Mars, which is Aries, and the sun exalts in Aries. So this is a prime position if you are the one with the sun in Aquarius, of course, you're going to feel that, that birthday vibe where you got the awareness is just on 10. And then we are also going to be magnetically attracted to people who have sun in Aquarius when we're looking for that element of originality that we're trying to hit within ourselves, but we can smell it, but we can't really taste it. You're going to magnetically run into one and they're going to help you. They're going to help you figure it out. All right. The sun in the second house in Aquarius, resources and values. This is where we start to focus more on our personal, unique values again, aligning our resources with our purpose. Okay. And the sun is about illumination. All right. So if there are any values that have shifted, that have changed, you're going to want to update that software and realign your resources with your purpose. So that's also getting rid of some things you don't need to be paying for anymore. And that's also picking up some new tabs with the mental state that you can handle it. It'll all work out and you always have more than enough. The sun going into the third house, communications and learning. This is here we become aware of sharing our ideas, stepping into teaching or knowledge sharing with others. And topics Aquarius can include astrology. It can include, again, other topics that about keeping humans safe. Also animals safe, because animals and humans, we interact with each other. And also sharing ideas on how we can innovate how the community works together. So more talks about community gardens, community networks, community sharing of clothes, food, shelter, things of that nature. The sun in the fourth house, Aquarius, home and emotional foundation. The focus will be on family and emotional grounding, but in a very unique way. Okay, in a very different way. So there could be some new traditions you may want to try for this season, especially with the conjunction in Aquarius that's going to take place. There could be a lot of focus wherever you have Aquarius in your chart this Aquarius season, with the Sun, Mercury, Mars, and Venus all being here. But with the fourth house, it's going to cause it may feel like it's a lot of frustration, where there may be it may feel like there's no stability at all in your home, but it's requiring you as the Sun, Aquarius, to be the light in the room and guide the way for your family to follow. Fifth house, Sun, Aquarius, creativity, joy, and romance. This is where you start to be consciously aware of creative projects and how you express yourself. So you start to measure if you went 100%, or if you could have did maybe 100% more than what you did before. You could even take a look at your previous projects and see how you can do better, and then go ahead and actually put in the work to do better. See your visions come to life. Put that illumination of yourself into your creative projects and show others what you've also done. When you have Sun, Aquarius, sixth house transiting, work, routine, and health, you're going to be focused on work, how you can organize your life better, how you can do better with productivity as well. Because the sun is in the sixth house, you're already aware of what works and what doesn't work. So your shift with this conjunction is there going to be a lot of different things popping up that's going to ask for your attention. So with your sun being here, it's going to be up to you to make sure you're aware of the details and don't rush to make decisions, because there's going to be a lot of people at your job that's going to be asking a lot more of you than they did in the past. If you're having the Sun, Aquarius transit your seventh house, you may feel that type of energy, but just in your one-on-one partnerships or one other person that you have a relationship with. A lot of things in your partnership will be illuminated, including what type of dynamics you have, if there's actual balance in your relationship. In the Sun, eighth house, Aquarius transit, there's going to be a lot of focus, again, on shared resources, deep personal transformations. Can you trust someone, or can you not trust them? Are you willing to, do you have the ability to share with them? Because Aquarius is about sharing information. Is someone withholding information from you? Omission is betrayal. Don't forget that. Omission is betrayal. The sun going through the ninth house of expansion, philosophy, and travel. Again, we're aware of higher learning, worldview. You may be more involved or pay more attention to the news media of what's going on in the world, especially countries that are overseas. You'll be paying more attention to that. You'll be paying more attention to people who are just naturally different from you, and trying to figure out how you can connect with that on a grand level, because Jupiter expands everything it touches. The Sun, Aquarius, in the 10th house, this is career and public life. This is you seeing your ability to be a leader, you putting yourself out there to be seen as a leader, and you demonstrating that you have the qualities and characteristics of a strong authority figure that will make people follow you. 10th house, Aquarius transit 11th house. Aquarius is native to the 11th house. So naturally involved in group projects, whatever social vision that's on the table, you're working with it. connecting with others in your net group, people who see the same vision for the future as you do. And then the sun in the 12th house, this is reflecting inward, your subconscious patterns, taking the time out to see what's real and what's not, and letting go of fake people. Also being aware of online fake identity. 12th house sun. Yeah, doing sweeps for identity theft. Big one.
Big one. Real big. Really big. That and trolls coming on your page to wreak havoc. They start out genuinely interested in what you post, and then after about 2 replies, then it devolves into the shenanigans. So just be real mindful. Thank you for that, High Priestess. All right. Mars. Next up, we have Mars entering Aquarius on the 23rd. Mars adds fuel to the Aquarian fire. Action becomes strategic, inventive, and community-oriented. This is a powerful transit for launching projects, joining groups, or initiating collaborative efforts. The themes for Mars entering Aquarius are teamwork, strategic innovation, activism and social progress, and nonlinear problem solving. Mars in Aquarius supports bold experimentation and encourages you to act in alignment with your ideals. That's the soul. Come on with it, High Priestess.
All right, so Mars coming here, because today we had the Sun and Venus, then we're going to have Venus and Mars together tomorrow in a conjunction with Aquarius. And that basically tells us that we have energy here that's balancing us. So Mars in the first house, again, that word bold, taking bold action, moving forward courageously in your personal life. Mars in the second house, take actions to stabilize your income and resources. Do not make impulse decisions with your money. Do not make impulsive decisions with Mars in your second house when it comes to money. You want to stabilize. You want to look at things long term. Aquarius is a fixed energy, which is positive, but it is air. Okay. So talking to people who are really good at investment and finances would definitely give you a big plus in stabilizing. Mars in the third house. Maybe careful, because sometimes we can't help but an argument, but it might be a lot of arguments coming your way if you got Mars going through your third house right now. And a lot of the arguments may be about what's best for humanity and what's best for not. Some of the arguments can be just people completely misunderstanding exactly what you mean and what you're trying to say, and basically trying to make you feel smaller or feel insignificant or feel like you don't really know what you're talking about just because you'll allow them to speak. And you already know which way that you're going, and you can see from their words which way they're going, and y'all not going the same way. And you allow that to happen, and people still don't get it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Just make sure you're assertive in what it is you want to say and what's true for you. And just know a lot of people will be reactive just because. It don't even have to be because of anything you did. Mars in the fourth house. Taking more actions when it comes to your home projects and being active in resolving family issues or resolving your issues you have with your family or resolving issues surrounding privacy and protection. If you don't feel safe or protected in your house, make decisions that will resolve that for you. If you have any issue with you and another person in your family, resolve the issue. If somebody got to catch a friendly fade, so be it. However, resolve the issue. Mars in your fifth house. Take action when it comes to your hobbies, your passions. Okay, spice up your dating life. Okay, I'm not an advocate of being the numbers 3, 0, and 4. However, I do not shame anyone for their game. So absolutely. Mars in the fifth house, you will be more attractive. You will just feel more sexy. You will catch a lot of more sexy people with or without relationships.
Wait. Oh, that's Mars in the fifth?
Yes.
Start back over because I ain't been paying attention. I got Mars in the 5th. What? Sexy? What? Yeah, let me pay
Yeah.
attention.
Mars in
going.
the 5th house will make you feel more sexy. It will make you more sexy and just you going after the things you have passion for, you being lit up to take action on the things that really bring you joy. That's going to increase your sexiness. That's going to create, that might even increase your libido or someone else's libido. You never know. Okay. But people will be attracted to you. People will be attracted to what you are passionate about. So if you are, the 5th house is creativity. That can also mean a business that you're creating, or clothes, or art that you're creating. Paint, do whatever it is that brings out the creativity, and then share that. Mars in the 6th house, this is a good time to take action on your health. This is a good time to get started on a workout routine as well. If you are having issues with getting started, Mars Aquarius transiting your 6th house, find people who are already in a routine, or go to places that already have a routine that links with your routine and get busy. Having issues with time is not an excuse to ill health. Okay. Make time in your routine for your health. Mars is going to force you to do that. And it'll come up as you sitting here trying to park 2 spots away from the door and they all taken. So now you got to walk the whole mile to the door. You was trying to hop on the elevator just to go up 1 floor and now it's full and you got to take the stairs. Those are opportunities for you to get to work. All right, Mars in the 7th house. This can be more passion in your relationship, or too much passion and it's not released can turn into some relational conflicts. So this will be a good time to set boundaries if you have not had boundaries set when it comes to communication when things are hot, and allow them to cool down. Or this can also be a good time for you to set boundaries to let each other know when it's hot in a positive way and you need to take action. Okay. Mars in the 8th house. This can be transforming some bad habits in finances or intimacy. Moving through that energy through communication. Taking a look at things outside the box will help you resolve conflicts a lot easier. And sometimes taking a bit out the box just means that you have to look at an issue or situation really based on who you are and where you're trying to go, and not try to use general labels to cover up a situation that really needs your attention. Because you, with Mars in the 8th house, might feel like how you move through life, how you've been taught to move through life on a psychological basis is like the way that you're doing it is the best way to do. But you have a lot of unresolved emotions when it comes to your stability and finances and how you feel safe in the world. And you take assertive action, but you're not taking the right action. So that deserves time for you to do inventory on your habits and how you transform your negative emotions into your positive emotion. Mars in the 9th house, expansion, philosophy, and travel. This is where we take action to explore new perspectives, education, or travel. This can even come up through like having an argument about politics, having an argument about different religion or social, cultural ways of being and living and doing. It invites you to open the door to a whole lifestyle that is not yours and find yourself in it. Okay. This is how we connect with people all over the world. It's exploring new perspectives. And a lot of the new perspectives that a lot of people are about to get, politically speaking, is going to force them to kind of like reevaluate the things that they thought was right their whole life. You're going to start seeing people team up that's never teamed up before. Okay. With Mars in the 10th house, this is taking decisive action toward your career objectives and your achievements. And Mars in the 11th house is going to ask you to take actions for social causes that you truly believe in, as well as protecting community projects or protecting the community in some way. And it could also be a digital community. So if you have a Discord or something like that, showing up in those spaces more, encouraging people to communicate more, even though we're all far away, but we're kind of pen pals. that'll be a good way to, especially if you're working on something for social, to keep your name out there, but also keep the positive energy lifted on the earth. It only takes one person to make a difference. And Mars in 11th house is a reminder of that. Like, keep taking good action for others, not just yourself. And then Mars in the 12th house, again, this is where we can go quiet, intentional action, process some endings that had to take place, process ending things that maybe you felt you should have took action on, that you wish you would have took action on and never did. Making peace with those too, because those ideas were put there in you for a reason, to motivate you, to look at you, and to study you as well, even if you didn't go through with it. So you can still have peace with that, and it doesn't have to mean that you're a bad or you're a procrastinator. It just means that you are an open receiver for the highest frequency to give you creative ideas anytime, whenever you want. And you could just grab one whenever you want. And you can work on it whenever and however you want. And whenever you feel like your frequency change and you want to go for something else, you can do that anytime you want. No judgment. Sometimes the harshest judgment is just ourselves, for real. So Mars in the 12th house is a good time to take some intentional quiet time with yourself to process the shifts or changes or endings that we had to have on a spiritual subconscious level.
Thank you for that. Appreciate that. And then finally, for the month, we have Neptune entering Aries on the 26th. This is an epochal transit of the month, one of the defining shifts of the decade. Neptune's move into Aries begins a 12-year cycle of spiritual independence, identity dissolution, and rebirth. The collective dream becomes centered on courage, self-definition, and pioneering consciousness. Themes include spiritual independence, rebirth of identity, dissolving old ego structures, new spiritual missions emerging. This transit marks the beginning of a new mythic era. The spiritual warrior awakens. That's the soul. Come on with it, High Priestess.
Okay, because I'm like, she going off and then I'm trying to stay focused. Okay, so when Neptune, I'm sorry, just for we are doing Neptune.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, my baby is tripping.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right, Neptune in the first house, Aries. Neptune here is going to allow you to step into inspired spiritual action. It's going to force you to trust your intuition and how you express yourself. Because Neptune is the blur of lines, it might make you a bit more of a chameleon when it comes to you going after the things that you want. Just know you can morph or shape yourself into whatever you need be. Okay, that's literally causes itself to become. That's the God power, Neptune, spirituality. Neptune in the second house. This would be a good time to use your imagination to be a part of your creative process in how you see money, how you see your income growing, any creative resource ideas that you have, seeing them play out through your imagination. Avoid wishful thinking. Don't rely solely on spiritual practices. You have to also take physical action with these inspired ideas as well. It's just that Neptune is the plug for you to get so many different ideas. And then that second house is like, okay, let's practicalize it by building on how you already see yourself and what type of value system you have. Neptune in the third house, this is allowing us to be more imaginative with our thinking. So if you are into creative writing, if you are into painting, if you are into sharing your ideas in some form or another through verbal or written communication, this will be an excellent time to keep digging deeper into that. This could also be a great use of writing manifestations.
as well as doing automatic writing, which is a form of channeling information from a spirit or deity and writing it down, or ancestor and just writing it. That could definitely come in use. Neptune in the 4th house. This is spiritual or intuitive connection at home, or getting deeper in tune with your ancestry. Neptune in your 5th house. This transit is going to allow your intuition to guide your creative ideas as well as how you express yourself romantically. Okay, and because it's in Aries, it is a fire sign, so a lot of the passion or anything you have a strong passion for, that's going to come up. Allow yourself to experience that. All right. Neptune in the 6th house. This is integrating inspiring solutions in our daily life. This also, because it's Neptune, is about incorporating more spiritual solutions in your life, like using your astrology, using your numerology, using your cards, like you doing tarot, doing oracle, like doing those things in your routine for work or for your health. Okay. And also looking at your astrology will also tell you what your health is going to be looking like, as well as what supplements or what food you should be intaking.
Absolutely.
Neptune in your 7th house. This is growing a deep and intimate relationship with your intuition and cultivating more compassion for yourself and your fellow man. Neptune in your 8th house, transiting in Aries. This is using your imagination or your intuition to help transform things. And because Neptune, again, is about blurring the lines, don't be afraid of your intuition. Don't fear the intuition. Listen to it and let it be a guide, because it's protecting you. Neptune in the 9th house, transit in Aries. This is about your spiritual or imaginative expansion. So this is going next level in your spiritual journey. This is beyond books. This is beyond anything you can honestly read at this point. With Neptune transit in the 9th house in Aries, this is you seeing a strong or creating a strong identity with your most high frequency and living in that atmosphere, and finding other people who live in that atmosphere stronger as well. This is also walking into your spiritual path. So if you are supposed to be a guru or a high priest, a high priestess, or a preacher, or any of those things, this is a transit that'll help you expand in that area. Neptune transit your 10th house. All right, this is you being seen publicly as someone who is a guru or a spiritual or a philosopher, or even a politician. But Neptune here is where we infuse our vision and creativity into our public work, our career field. Neptune going through 11th house Aries. This is where we inspire the collective through our imagination and the vision that we have for the collective itself. So this could be a lot of like, being a not a philosopher, but a philanthropist, traveling to different parts of the world and connecting with different people on a spiritual level. And this can also be remotely, just online, having a following or connecting with people in a group from or for a spiritual, but also humanitarian perspective. And Neptune likes to be in the 12th house. It's kind of like home. But Neptune transiting here will give you more spiritual insight in how you can surrender to your intuition and merge and be one with it, instead of seeing it as something that's outside of you. So this is where we go from I believe in God to I am the essence of what God is.
Thank you for that. High Priestess, do you need to attend to little Missy?
Yes, because I already know my granddaddy is like.
All right. And you didn't prepare anything for the Zodiac natives, did you?
No, I did not. Just
Okay.
the house.
Okay, then we appreciate you, High Priestess Alania. Please attend to little Missy. Stay on with us. However, I got us from here. Much appreciated. Okay, all right. All right, the January 2026 planetary transit summary. January 2026 acts as the bridge between worlds, the emotional cleansing of the Cancer full moon, the structural reset of the Capricorn new moon, and the Aquarian wave of Venus, the Sun, and Mars all prepare the collective for Neptune's monumental shift into Aries. This month teaches emotional truth, Cancer, practical rebuilding, Capricorn, visionary collaborations, Aquarius, spiritual rebirth, Aries. January 2026 is not just the start of a new year. It is the first breath of the new paradigm. The return to Ma'at begins with clarity, courage, and conscious alignment. And that is according to the planets. Any comments, any questions, any concerns from anyone? No? We'd like to take this opportunity to say that this segment of On the Sevens with Piper's B Metatron was brought to us by Jolene's Written Expressions. Jolene Herbert is a member of this group, and she is also a Mary Kay beauty consultant, a licensed social worker with over 20 plus years in that field, a featured author on Indie Incognito. She is the Sound Off columnist, and she also serves as the associate editor. She is also a motivational speaker, civil rights advocate, and mental health advocate. We appreciate Jolene's Written Expressions for sponsoring this segment of On the Sevens with Piper's B Metatron. All right. Nikki, it's so good to have you with us. Will you open up your Mike, and just let us know how you've been feeling and being? How did 2025 end? How has 2026 began? And it's great to have you in our presence. If you can unmute yourself and let me know. Kentara, how are you? I know you're probably at work, so I know you may not be able to unmute yourself. Just if either Kentara or Nikki can unmute themselves and would like to have some words, please just put your hand up in the chat. And there you go, Nikki.
Hi, it's like long time no see.
Yes.
Kind of the strangest thing is that every time we had a group Zoom, I would put it in my forefront of my head, but it would go to the back and I would forget, or something would come up, or somebody would distract me. That almost happened today.
All right.
I hung up with somebody off the phone, and then that distraction went away, and then all of a sudden I almost forgot. 30 minutes passed. I said, oh no, I caught the wave. So I'm happy that I'm able to make it to today's class or Zoom, because I love to hear about the Zodiac celestial events that are happening that affect our being here on Earth, right?
Absolutely.
So comments, I don't know where Mars is in my cycle, but I always have felt like I was on a Mars cycle romantically, because something always 2 years, 2 years in my Mars cycles seems to be like a 2-year cycle. And I think I read that somewhere. But I don't know which house it is in. So I'd have to go back and look at my chart to go double check that. I'd be forgetting. And the funniest thing is, as Miss Williams was reading the Mars, I'm walking through Walmart to get trash bags, and my hair's all puffed out because I had let it down and it was just frizzed out. And I'm getting looks left and right. And then somebody says, hey, ma'am, are you single? And I'm just looking at him like, no, I don't want to hit from Walmart, but thank you. And then I said, thank you for your offer. And I was like, hoo-wee, that's that Mars energy walking by. That is that Mars energy walking by.
Absolutely.
Just, because you're not glammed up, none whatsoever.
Absolutely. I get it.
People coming in on you. Either that or it's pre-spring fever and opportunists trying to, that I always contemplate on that. So, but other than that, I'm happy New Year. I'm ready for the new year to begin. I'm feeling the energy shift change.
Good.
The lunar new year of the horse will be happening too. Also, as I think, what is that?
13th?
Is it the 13th of
February.
February. I thought it was
Yeah.
February this year. So I'm
Yes.
excited because I'm feeling that horse energy.
Yes.
And I remember because the lunar zodiac is every 12 years. So I remember the last horse year was a really good year. So I'm looking
Mm-hmm.
forward, and I'm hoping that we have some good energy come through as the year of the snake. Kind of, you either got bit or
Or
you got charmed,
that's one of the
or
two.
both.
One of the two. Yeah,
But
one
we
of the
made
two.
it through, so I'm
Yes, we
excited. I'm
did.
feeling that energy. But yeah,
Yes,
I
we
don't.
did.
That's all I have. That's all I
Okay, we
have.
appreciate you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for participating. You know, you're always welcome here at On the Sevens with Piefish B Metatron, and we are glad that you showed up today. Thank you much.
All
I
right, what
know
are we
Kitara.
ordering?
I know you're at work, Kitara.
Gondoliers or? Well, I'm trying to look at both
The
menus.
17th. I have been corrected. Thank you, High Priestess Alania. The Lunar
So
New Year starts on the 17th.
Papa John's has the $9.99.
I think, yeah, the 17th. All right.
Oh,
Moving
I'm
along.
here. I'm not at work
Oh,
today, but I am juggling a couple of things.
okay.
I just hopped on just a second ago, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm still just, trying to take in the information, and
All right.
this is my month, so
Yes, it is.
I'm like, okay, what's there to expect? What kind of intentions, or not intentions, but like I'm just trying to be mindful, I guess that's what I'm trying to say, at least
Absolutely.
this month. And yeah, so
Absolutely. Big changes coming for you at that Capricorn new moon. Big changes. I will uh catch up with you offline and
okay.
give you the particulars. But yeah, I've been looking at your chart anyway, and yeah, you got some big soul journey altering changes coming at
Oh,
this.
interesting.
Yeah,
Oh,
some soul
okay.
journey
Yeah,
altering.
I'm looking forward to that call then.
Oh yes. So I'll reach out to you after the call.
Okay, sounds
All
good.
right,
I wanted to add something to the
go right
call for the
ahead.
people.
Go right ahead.
For the people such as me, I'm not an astrology wizard. We all have our different expertise, but one thing very simple that helps me is if you go to horoscopes.astroseek.com /calculate/birth date/chart/horoscope. Even if you Google that, you can find it. But long story short, it's going to ask you for your birthday, birth time, all that good stuff. But what it's doing now is they've upgraded the website. So I've been using this website for years, but what I notice is now they have a copy and paste section for your particular planets, for your other hidden aspects, and you can copy and paste this. And I think it's important for all of us to know our natural house positions. And I wanted to ask a question for anybody here, any astrologers here. What do you think about kicking off this year with knowing which of your natural houses intensify the most based on where we are globally from a planetary perspective? So I'll further explain that question. Let's say globally we're in a rotational shift and we're going into, I'll just say something random. Let's say we're going into Sagittarius. And then if you have natural Sag in certain planets at the beginning of the year, it's not a direct conjunction, but couldn't it intensify the Sag in your houses? Does that question make sense?
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Miss Williams. You can handle that one.
Yeah, like how you were saying for like Sag, like right now, towards the mid to the end of the month, we're gonna have a conjunction where we already have the sun and everything, but we're gonna have with Mercury and Mars, the sun gonna be in Aquarius, Venus will conjunct Pluto, Mercury will conjunct Pluto, everything is gonna conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. So if you have an awareness of where Aquarius sits in your chart,
So
you'll
let's say
know that
my
you'll
third
have a
house.
okay. So for your third house, you have an overabundance of energy there. All Aquarius. That's what we technically would call a stellium. When you got multiple, 3 or more placements in that particular area in the same time. So there's gonna be a lot of energy or pressure to perform that energy, as well as there will also be, you'll feel frustrated from all the energy being there. So what I always would recommend for people when they have an overabundance of that energy in one place is to look at the opposite energy, because they always balance each other out. So even with the planetary shift that's going on right now, where everything is in Capricorn, and we just had a full moon in Cancer, that over wherever you have Capricorn in your chart, you want to look there to see where that overabundance of energy is, because it's pressuring to perform as far as be disciplined, have a plan, have structure, so yeah, AstroSeek is actually a really good website. I love AstroSeek because they have so many different ways for you to look at the astrology too, and they have the draconic chart and the relocation chart. So if you want to travel somewhere, look at where you're going, look at the chart of where you're going, and you'll see how the planets affect you that way too.
So I just want to ask you this too, High Priestess. So would this explain why I'm feeling like I got shot out of a cannon with the Sun, Saturn, my South Node, and my Mercury all in Capricorn in my natal chart?
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot, especially with this. You said South Node too?
South Node, yeah, Capricorn.
So with all of this Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, with all that being right now in Capricorn on top of what you already have, it's like what's there is being activated because it's there, right? And then what's there is not naturally there, so that's also an activation of energy too. And whatever those are hitting in the aspect to whatever else is going on in your chart naturally, as well as what's taking place in the present naturally. So it's a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Your first house too, your 12th and first houses.
12th and first house too, yeah. So can y'all understand why I ain't been sleeping regular lately?
Yeah. Welcome to
so high priestess. Me and Pipers have a project. So you said the first and 12th house is what you would look at for that right now?
From him, because he has that Capricorn energy going from the 12th into the first. So it's like, yeah, you showing up as your authentic self as that Capricorn ascending, but it's also taking place in the house that nobody else can see but you. So some stuff do feel like you kind of like everyone that can, like you're naked almost, but people don't know what they're looking at, but you know what they're looking at. That's that 12th house, first house action.
How would I find what house I should focus on from 1 to 12? Like for right now, for this month where we are now. Like how would someone find that?
The sun is where we're being illumined. So the sun is like the candle or the light that's on.
So wherever you have your chart,
you definitely want to look at progressions.
I'll progress your chart, and then I can let you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then my 12th house is Scorpios.
Your 12th house is filled up, bro. Your 12th house is full. Right? Yeah. Your 12, your 11, 12, and he got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 placements from the 10th to the 9th house. He's got he's packed up there. He's packed up there.
Yeah, a lot of
what does that mean? Like, what does that mean? And let me tell you, I'm asking these questions for everybody on the call. For now, we bless everything being just come on in, you being invited. But when we get into the call where we're personalizing, kind of like how I'm requesting, I'm asking personal questions. That's going to be something that's going to be offered to people. It's just going to be for our private inner circle only. So that's coming. So I'm giving you guys a real-time example. And Mark, you stop me if this isn't in alignment.
No,
we'll have,
you're good to go.
Yeah, we'll have rounded perspectives, and then for member calls, you can get kind of personal like this. So with that being said, I just wanted to let the guests know and the regular members, you guys will be able to get personal too as we move along and we create that inner circle. High Priestess, I do want you to continue because I do want to learn more about that 12th house and what Mark was just mentioning as well.
Well, he said you had a overabundance of energy between your 9th and 10th house right now.
Oh, he's got an overabundance of energy from 10th 10, 11, 12, and then into 1 and spilling over to 2. So his activity starts in the 10th house and then it just runs. And then he spills Jupiter into the 2nd, and then Moon and Cappy in the 3rd, and then he's just got some ancillary shit in 4 and 6 and 7.
Okay. Okay. So if you have,
I don't know if you need this information, but it's saying my natural 10th house is in Virgo.
right. Okay.
Yeah,
that
Sun
is
in
right.
Virgo.
That's true.
Yep.
That's true. Okay. So right now, that's where the moon is. The moon is in Virgo right now, transiting through your 9th into your 10th house. So, when it comes to nurturing and nourishment, as of right now, looking to a spiritual system or spiritual systems or philosophy is what's going to give you the most clarity emotionally, as well as when the moon goes into your 10th house, there's going to be an emotional focus on your career as well.
So
now,
go ahead. I can say mine when you get done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's a stellium or focus of energy with the Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Mars all being in Capricorn, that's trining over, and the Earth trining over to your 10th house. So it's supporting you. Easy energy flow is supporting you now when it comes to longevity and whatever necessary shifts and change that you're going to be making, because Virgo is a mutable sign, so it does require changes, but it does keep integrity with the fact that it keeps moving, it keeps building, it doesn't stop, it keeps going. So all this Capricorn energy is kind of like supporting whatever it is you want to do with your career right now for the long haul, for the long haul. And with the moon coming through here, it's going to intuitively guide you on whatever necessary shifts you have to make in your day-to-day routine, because it is Virgo, but your day-to-day routine when it comes to your career, because it's 10th house.
Got it. So is it safe to say that it's no coincidence my spiritual business activities versus the many other things I do is picking up?
That's exactly what I was. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to tell you. It's not by chance that the things that you and I have been discussing and endeavoring, and the temperature has turned up on it, and the intensity and the speed and the breakthroughs and all that. Yeah, it's right on time. Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that from both of you. And then the last thing I wanted to have a question about, and I'm just, again, everybody on the call, if you don't have clarity, bring a question to the call next time. Next time when we're on these astrology calls, look into your own blend or your own astrology, your placements, and bring a question. So I was sharing with Mark earlier in the week, I like to focus on my natural houses. I just resonate with that, operating through those in addition to everything else. So what I also found out, High Priestess, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm 37% air, 33% fire, 22% water, 7% earth. And my question is that correct? And secondly, how does that make me up? How does that make me be who I am for this period?
Okay, you was going over your elements.
I can get his elements. You tell him the other part. I'll find the elements. Elemental breakdown.
37% water, 33 fire, 37% air, 33 fire, 22 water, 7% earth.
Okay.
So most you got is air.
I got you.
A little bit more.
I got you 25% fire, 31 earth, 19 air, 25 water.
Okay.
Yeah.
This
is your sidereal chart. This is your sidereal chart, though.
Okay, this is tropical. That makes sense. What I'm looking at is tropical.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what questions do you have regarding your element?
Just break a person down with that blend of elements, and how does a person with that blend move forward with this period we're in right now? So kind of like take this blend of elements that is me, and then match that with what you guys were laying down globally from an astrological standpoint.
Your earth is gonna squash the fire, air, and the water anyway, because you got almost a third of earth element. yeah, it's going to squash. Fire may play a little bit, but the air under 20%. No, your earth, your you're going to be more practical, and you're going to be more security conscious. You're going to seek material security. You're going to be down to earth, pragmatic, cautious, sensible, conservative, hardworking, and industrious. And you really are going to be able to overdo some work just for the sake of getting something done. Yeah. Yeah. Your earth is going to shine. It's going to push that fire, air, and water out of the way.
That North Node Taurus is really gonna do it for real.
Yes, yes.
Steady, never giving up, just steady repetition, just keep moving forward,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Yeah. And also, Ryan, with all that activity from 10 house all the way around and pushing into the one, there's no, it doesn't, I'm not shocked by your ability to sleep in brackets. You'll get 2 hours here, and then you up and doing shit for 10 to 12 hours, and then you get 4 hours here, and then you up for 6 hours doing something, then you catch you a cat nap, and then you up for 3 hours. Yeah, with all that activity up there, yes. You have probably never had a regular sleep schedule at all.
It's been a very, very long time since I couldn't even tell you, man. Couldn't even tell you.
Gotcha, man. Gotcha.
I appreciate both of you. I appreciate that clarity.
We appreciate you, man.
And I hope everyone on the call got an example of, questions you can bring to the call, make things more interactive, and really see the value of what we have coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Appreciate that. All right. All right. These are the Zodiac native soul vibrations. Sun sign, rising or ascendant sign, moon sign, and if you have 3 or more placements or over intensification of a sign in your chart, you would want to listen to that. And I always like to put this in if you want to be nosy and you got a significant other or a nosy coworker and you know their sign, you want to listen to what's going on with them so you'll have some ammunition for them the next time they bring their shenanigans to you. All right, Aries natives, got one for you. January 2026 opens as a threshold month for you, a crossing from the karmic unraveling of 2025 into the first breath of the new paradigm. The Cancer full moon on the 3rd activated your 4th house, stirring ancestral memory, emotional truth, and the foundations of your inner world. This lunation asked you to cleanse the emotional body so your fire can rise without distortion. Old family patterns, inherited fears, and outdated survival instincts surface not to destabilize you. They surface to be released. Mayat calls for inner balance before outer conquest. By mid-month, the energy shifts dramatically. Venus enters Aquarius on the 17th, followed by the Sun on the 20th and Mars on the 23rd, all activating your 11th house of community, vision, and collective destiny. This is where your leadership becomes future-oriented. You are no longer meant to act alone. The new paradigm requires alliances, networks, and shared missions. Your magnetism increases, drawing in collaborators who resonate with your ideals rather than your ego. The Capricorn new moon on the 18th grounds your ambitions in structure. This is your moment to define the role you will play in the emerging world. Set goals that honor your sovereignty without isolating you from the collective. Then comes the epochal shift. Neptune enters Aries on the 26th. This is your spiritual rebirth. Your identity dissolves and reforms. Your mission awakens. The warrior becomes the visionary. You are no longer reacting. You are initiating the future, my ascending Aries natives. Taurus natives and placements. I have one for you. January 2026 arrived like a slow rolling tectonic shift beneath your feet. Subtle at first, and yet unmistakably signaling that the ground you have stood on for years is beginning to transform. The Cancer full moon on the 3rd activated your 3rd house, illuminating your voice, your thinking patterns, and the way you exchange energy with your immediate environment. Conversations become emotionally charged, revealing truths you have avoided or minimized. This lunation asks you to speak from the heart, not from habit. Mayat calls you to align your words with your inner truth. Mid-month, the energy pivots sharply towards your public life. Venus, the Sun, and Mars all enter Aquarius between January 17th and the 23rd, activating your 10th house of destiny, reputation, and long-term purpose. This is a major recalibration of your life direction. You may feel pulled toward new professional pathways, innovative collaborations, or roles that require you to step into greater visibility. The new paradigm demands that you stop hiding your brilliance behind comfort or predictability. Your ruling planet, Venus, in Aquarius encourages you to redefine success on your own terms, not society's. The Capricorn new moon on the 18th strengthens your long-range vision. This is the moment to set intentions for self-mastery, education, travel, and spiritual expansion. You are being asked to think bigger and to claim a horizon that once felt too distant. Then Neptune enters Aries on the 26th, slipping into your 12th house and beginning a long cycle of spiritual purification. Old fears dissolve. Hidden gifts awaken. Your intuition becomes a guiding force rather than a whisper. January 2026 marks the beginning of a profound inner and outer reorientation. You are stepping into a destiny that requires both courage and surrender, my ascending Taurus natives. Gemini natives, yep, you're next. January 2026 arrived like a coded transmission for you, a month where the mind becomes both oracle and architect. The Cancer full moon on the 3rd illuminated your 2nd house, drawing attention to your resources, values, and sense of inner worth. Emotional truths around security rise to the surface. You may suddenly see where you have undervalued yourself, overextended your energy, or tied your self-worth to external validation. Mayat calls you to recalibrate your value system so it reflects truth, not compromise. This full moon is a purification of scarcity consciousness. All right there. Mid-month, the energy shifts into your element. Venus, the Sun, and Mars all enter Aquarius between the 17th and the 23rd, activating your 9th house of higher knowledge, philosophy, and long-range vision. This is a mental awakening, a widening of perspective that breaks you out of old frameworks. You will be drawn to new teachings, new paradigms, and new ways of understanding reality. Conversations become electric. Ideas arrive like lightning. You feel the future calling you forward. Venus brings inspiring teachers and soul-aligned and intellectual connections. Mars gives you the courage to pursue new paths, and the Sun illuminates your next horizon. The Capricorn new moon on the 18th deepens your commitment to transformation. It activates your 8th house, urging you to set intentions around boundaries, energetic sovereignty, and shared resources. This is a powerful moment to release entanglements that drain your vitality. Then Neptune enters Aries on January 26th, opening a long cycle of spiritualized community and visionary collaboration. Your role in the collective dream becomes clearer. You are no longer just gathering information. You are shaping the narrative of the new paradigm, my ascending Gemini natives. All right, Cancer natives, this one is important to me. Cancer natives, here you go. January 2026 opens with a profound homecoming for you, a return to your own emotional throne. The full moon in your sign on the 3rd is the most important lunation of the month for you, illuminating your 1st house and activating a deep recalibration of your identity, of your emotional truth, and of your personal sovereignty. This is not a gentle moon. It is a cleansing wave, Old emotional patterns rise to the surface so you can release them with clarity rather than attachment. Mayat calls you to balance your inner waters, to let truth, not fear, shape your self-image. You begin the year by shedding a version of yourself that can no longer walk in the new paradigm. Mid-month, the energy shifts into your 8th house as Venus, the Sun, and Mars all enter Aquarius between the 17th and the 23rd. This is a powerful alchemical zone for you, the realm of intimacy, shared resources, psychological transformation, and karmic entanglements. Relationships become mirrors. Energetic exchanges become clearer. You see who nourishes your evolution and who drains your life force. Venus brings healing and honesty. The Sun illuminates hidden dynamics. Mars empowers you to set boundaries that honor your emotional integrity. This is where you reclaim your power. The Capricorn new moon on the 18th activates your 7th house, offering a fresh start in partnerships. Set intentions around balance, reciprocity, and mature connections. You are redefining what it means to be met. Then Neptune enters Aries on the 26th, beginning a long cycle of spiritualized ambition and visionary purpose in your 10th house. Your calling dissolves and reforms. Your public path becomes infused with soul. I like that. January 2026 is your rebirth. Spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, relational, and destinal. My ascending Cancer natives. All right. I can dig that. This one right here, Leo is very important to me as well. Leo natives, here we go. January 2026 arrives as a royal summons for you, a call to step into a new level of sovereignty, purpose, and relational truth. The Cancer full moon on the 3rd activated your 12th house, illuminating the hidden chambers of your psyche. This is a deep emotional purge, a clearing of subconscious fears, karmic residue, and unspoken grief. You may feel unusually sensitive, introspective, or spiritually porous. This lunation dissolves what you have outgrown, preparing you for a new cycle of visibility and leadership. Mayat asks you to release illusions so your light can shine without distortion. Mid-month, the energy shifts dramatically into your 7th house as Venus, the Sun, and Mars all enter Aquarius between the 17th and the 23rd. Relationships become the central arena of your evolution. You are being asked to engage with others from a place of authenticity rather than performance. Whew. Venus brings refreshing honesty and unconventional connections. The Sun illuminates the truth of your partnerships. Mars pushes you to take action, to choose who truly walks with you into the new paradigm. This is a month where relational contracts shift, deepen, or dissolve. The Capricorn new moon on the 18th activates your 6th house, offering a reset in your daily life, health, and work rhythms. Set intentions around discipline, structure, and energetic hygiene. Your vitality depends on the systems you build now. Then Neptune enters Aries on the 26th, opening a long cycle of spiritual expansion in your 9th house. Your worldview transforms. Your purpose widens. Your fire becomes mythic. January 2026 marks the beginning of a new relational destiny and a higher calling, my ascending Leo natives. All right. I can dig that too. Virgos, you knew there was one for you. January 2026 arrives as a month of purification and recalibration for you. A return to inner order that aligns perfectly with the return to Mayat. The Cancer full moon on the 3rd activated your 11th house, illuminating your friendships, alliances, and long-term visions. Emotional truths surface around who truly supports your evolution and who drains your energy. You may feel a sudden clarity about the groups you belong to, the communities you invest in, and the future you are building. This lunation asks you to release outdated social ties and reclaim your place within circles that honor your integrity. Your role in the collective is shifting. Mid-month, the energy moves into your 6th house, your domain, as Venus, the Sun, Mars all enter Aquarius between the 17th and the 23rd. This is a powerful activation of your daily life, health, work rhythms, and service. You are being asked to innovate your routines, upgrade your systems, and liberate yourself from habits that no longer support your vitality. Venus brings harmony to your work environment. The Sun illuminates the truth of your physical and energetic needs. Mars gives you the drive to restructure your life with precision and purpose. This is a month where discipline becomes liberation. The Capricorn new moon on the 18th activates your 5th house, offering a fresh start in creativity, pleasure, romance, and self-expression. Set intentions around joy, artistry, and reclaiming your inner fire. You are meant to create, not just maintain. Neptune enters Aries on the 26th, beginning a long cycle of spiritual transformation in your 8th house. Your intuition deepens. Your boundaries sharpen. Your power becomes subtle, magnetic, and undeniable. January 2026 is your reset, practical, spiritual, and visionary, my ascending Virgo natives. Libra natives, you know I got one for you. All right. January 2026 opens with a quiet and yet powerful rebalancing for you. A month where Mayat herself seems to weigh your heart against the truth of your path. The Cancer full moon on the 3rd activated your 10th house, illuminating your public life, reputation, and long-term purpose. Emotional clarity rises around your career direction, your responsibilities, and the roles you have been carrying. You may feel a sudden awareness of what no longer aligns with your integrity. This lunation asks you to release expectation, yours and others, so you can step into a destiny that reflects your authentic self rather than your obligations. Your calling is shifting. Mid-month, the energy becomes lighter, brighter, and more creatively charged as Venus, the Sun, and Mars all enter Aquarius between January 17th and the 23rd. This triple activation of your 5th house awakens your joy, your artistry, your romantic life, and your inner fire. You feel inspired again. Venus brings magnetic charm and soul-aligned connections. The Sun illuminates your creative gifts. Mars fuels your courage to express yourself without apology. This is a month where pleasure becomes a spiritual practice and creativity becomes a form of truth-telling. You are remembering what it feels like to be fully alive. The Capricorn new moon on the 18th activates your 4th house, offering a reset in your home, family dynamics, and emotional foundations. Set intentions around stability, boundaries, and inner peace. You are building a sanctuary that supports your evolution. Then Neptune enters Aries on the 26th, bringing a long cycle of spiritualized partnerships in your 7th house. Relationships become portals of awakening rather than sources of imbalance. You attract those who mirror your higher self. January 2026 restores your equilibrium, not by returning you to the past, by aligning you with the future, my ascending Libra natives. Scorpios, got one for you. January 2026 arrives like a subterranean drumbeat for you. A month that awakens your deeper instincts, sharpens your perception, and calls you into a new level of personal power. The Cancer full moon on the 3rd activated your 9th house, illuminating your beliefs, philosophies, and long-range vision. Emotional truths Rise around what you have outgrown intellectually and spiritually. You may feel a sudden urge to break free from limiting worldviews, stagnant teachings, or inherited belief systems. This lunation is a liberation rite. Mayat asks you to align your truth with your destiny, not your past. Mid-month, the energy shifts into your 4th house as Venus, the Sun, and Mars all enter Aquarius between the 17th and the 23rd. This triple activation pulls you inward into the realm of home, ancestry, emotional foundations, and the private self. You are being asked to innovate your inner world, to create a living environment, emotional structure, and internal rhythm that supports who you are becoming. Venus brings harmony and healing to family dynamics. The Sun illuminates buried emotional patterns. Mars gives you the courage to break generational cycles. This is a month of deep inner renovation. The Capricorn new moon on the 18th activates your 3rd house, offering a reset in communication, learning, and mental habits. Set intentions around clarity, truth-telling, and intellectual discipline. Your words carry power this month. Use them with precision. Then Neptune enters Aries on January 26th, beginning a long cycle of spiritualized service in your 6th house. Your work becomes your calling. Your intuition becomes your tool. Your daily life becomes your ritual. January 2026 is your metamorphosis. Subtle, profound, and irreversible, my ascending Scorpio natives. All right. These next 3, very important to your boy right here. Sagittarius natives, got one for you. January 2026 opens a clarion call to realignment for you. A month that recalibrates your direction, your voice, and the way you move through the world. The Cancer full moon on the 3rd activated your 8th house, illuminating the deeper layers of your psyche, your energetic exchanges, and the emotional contracts you have carried into the new year. This lunation exposes what drains you, what empowers you, and what must be released for you to step into the new paradigm with clarity. Mayat weighs your attachments, asking you to let go of entanglements that no longer honor your truth. Transformation begins with honesty. Mid-month, the energy shifts into your 3rd house as Venus, the Sun, and Mars all enter Aquarius between the 17th and the 23rd. Your mind ignites. Your voice sharpens. Your curiosity expands. This triple activation turns your thoughts into lightning, fast, intuitive, and visionary. Venus brings harmony to your communication and draws in stimulating conversations. The Sun illuminates new ideas and new networks. Mars gives you the courage to speak boldly and act on your insights. This is a month where your words carry power and your ideas become catalysts for change. You are not just learning, you are transmitting. The Capricorn new moon on the 18th activates your 2nd house, offering a reset in finances, self-worth, and material stability. Set intentions around value, discipline, and sustainable growth. You are building a foundation that supports your expanding mission. Then Neptune enters Aries on the 26th, beginning a long cycle of spiritualized creativity in your 5th house. Your fire becomes mythic. Your inspiration becomes sacred. Your joy becomes a path. January 2026 is your awakening, spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, and creative, my ascending Sagittarius natives. All right. Cappy, Capricorn natives, got one for you. January 2026 arrives as a structural turning point for you, a month where the architecture of your life begins to shift from the inside out. The Cancer full moon on the 3rd activated your 7th house, illuminating your partnerships, agreements, and relational dynamics. Emotional truths surface around reciprocity, commitment, and the balance between independence and connection. This lunation asks you to examine the contracts, spoken and unspoken, that shape your life. Mayat weighs the scales, revealing where harmony exists and where imbalance must be corrected. You begin the year by clarifying who truly walks beside you. Yep. Mid-month, the energy moves into your second house as Venus, the Sun, and Mars all enter Aquarius between the 17th and the 23rd. This triple activation shifts focus to resources, self-worth, and material stability. You are being asked to innovate your relationship with money, value, and personal security. Venus brings opportunity for financial improvement and self-appreciation. The Sun illuminates your talents and earning potential. Mars fuels your drive to build new systems of support. This is a month where your value becomes undeniable, to yourself first and then to the world. The new moon in your sign on the 18th is your personal reset. This is your moment to set intentions for the year ahead, and intentions rooted in maturity, clarity, and self-mastery. You are defining the version of yourself that will lead you into the new paradigm. Then Neptune enters Aries on the 26th, beginning a long cycle of spiritual transformation in your fourth house. Your inner foundation dissolves and reforms. Your relationship to home, ancestry, and emotional safety becomes infused with soul. Your January 2026 is your rebirth, grounded, visionary, and destined, my ascending Capricorn natives. All right. Aquarius. Here we go. January 2026 arrives like a frequency upgrade for you, a month where your entire field recalibrates to match the new paradigm you were born to anchor. The Cancer full moon on the 3rd activated your 6th house, illuminating your health, routines, and the energetic systems that sustain your daily life. Emotional truths surface around burnout, overfunctioning, or habits that no longer support your evolution. This lunation asks you to cleanse your body and your schedule so your mind and spirit can operate at full capacity. Mayat calls you to restore balance and to restore balance between service and self-care. Then the month pivots sharply and powerfully in your favor. Between the 17th and the 23rd, Venus, the Sun, and Mars all enter your sign, igniting your first house with a rare triple activation. This is your rebirth. Venus enhances your magnetism and draws in soul-aligned connections. The Sun illuminates your identity, purpose, and presence. Mars fuels your courage, ambition, and willingness to act on your vision. You become a transmitter of the future. I like that. People feel your frequency before you speak. This is the moment to step into leadership, innovation, and unapologetic authenticity. The world is ready for your blueprint. The Capricorn new moon on the 18th activates your 12th house, offering a quiet yet potent spiritual reset. Set intentions around release, intuition, and inner sovereignty. Your subconscious is clearing space for the new self emerging. Then Neptune enters Aries on the 26th, beginning a long cycle of visionary communication in your 3rd house. Your voice becomes mythic. Your ideas become medicine. Your words shape reality. January 2026 is your awakening, electric, catalytic, and destiny charged, my ascending Aquarius natives. All right. And then finally, for the Zodiac natives, Pisces, I got one for you. January 2026 arrives like a dissolving veil for you, a month where intuition sharpens, illusions fall away, and your inner world begins to reorganize itself in preparation for a major spiritual shift. The Cancer full moon on the 3rd activated your 5th house, illuminating creativity, romance, joy, and the pure expression of your soul. Emotional truths rise around what inspires you, what drains you, and where you have dimmed your own light to maintain harmony. This lunation asks you to reclaim pleasure as a sacred act. Mayat calls you to restore balance between giving and receiving, creating and containing, dreaming and embodying. Mid-month, the energy shifts into your 12th house as Venus, the Sun, and Mars all enter Aquarius between the 17th and the 23rd. This triple activation pulls you into the deep waters of the subconscious, the dream realm, and the hidden dimensions of your psyche. You may feel more introspective, intuitive, or spiritually porous. Venus brings healing to old wounds. The Sun illuminates patterns you are finally ready to release. Mars gives you the courage to confront what you have avoided. This is a month of inner clearing, a spiritual detox before your next emergence. The Capricorn new moon on the 18th activates your 11th house, offering a reset in friendships, alliances, and long-term visions. Set intentions around community, collaboration, and the future you want to help build. You are aligning with those who share your frequency. Then comes the defining shift. Neptune enters Aries on the 26th, beginning a long cycle of spiritualized self-worth in your second house. Your identity, value, and sense of purpose dissolve and reform. You begin to anchor your dreams into matter. January 2026 is your threshold, mystical, cleansing, and quietly revolutionary, my ascending Pisces natives. The January 2026 planetary summary. January 2026 acts as a collective threshold month, guiding every sign from the karmic unraveling of 2025 into the first structural movements of the new paradigm. Cancer new moon opens the month with emotional truth-telling, pushing all signs to release outdated patterns and reconnect with inner safety. The Capricorn new moon resets ambition, discipline, and long-term vision, grounding the year's intentions in maturity and self-mastery. Mid-month, a powerful Aquarian wave, Venus, the Sun, and Mars electrifies the collective field. Every sign experiences a surge of innovation, collaboration, and future-oriented thinking. Relationships shift towards authenticity, communities reorganize, and individuality becomes a contribution rather than a rebellion. The defining transit arrives on the 26th when Neptune enters Aries, initiating a 12-year cycle of spiritual independence, identity rebirth, and mythic self-awakening. Across all signs, January 2026 demands emotional clarity, structural rebuilding, visionary thinking, and courageous self-definition. The return to Maya begins with truth, balance, and a renewed sense of destiny. Always be authentically you, unapologetically. Your mastered self awaits you. Zen Uru, Zen Uru, Zen Uru. Whew. Thank you for all that hung out. How'd I do, Miss Williams, with the Zodiac natives?
Definitely on the point. Definitely on the point.
Very good, very good. How about you, Natanya? How you feeling up there in the corner?
I would agree. Definitely on point. That structural rebuilding.
Yes.
Dissolving of the veil.
Yes. Yes.
What?
Yes. Yes.
And the aligning with people. Ooh.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
yes, all that. But that's me. I feel like I've always been on the mission of aligning with my like-minded folks.
And you definitely in 2026 you're going to get a surge of aligning with your tribe and your like-minded. Your tribe is coming. Your tribe is coming.
Come on.
Yeah, your tribe is coming. Nikki, you want to chime in on those Zodiac native soul vibrations or anything else? If you can. Or Kentara, you can. How did that Capricorn hit with you, Kentara?
Sorry, my bad.
It's all right.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I think I was taking it in on how to be intentional about this time, just because I know lately I've been kind of falling off with just, aligning with just the moon and the planetary things. So I just wanted to see more of how to be intentional. And I think that's the biggest thing that stood out to me,
Yes.
because it's something I've been working on getting back to doing, like more than just in my mind, because in my head I'm very intentional in my head, but like just bringing it out into fruition and writing it down and things like that. So, and then I'm still curious about what you have to say on the call, that goes a little deeper than that too, because like I said, there's still a lot of numbers that are coming around. There's a lot of energetically other things happening that I'm just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
trying to get clarity,
Yeah, we'll deal with that I'll call you or text you on my phone, and
Okay.
we'll talk about that.
Okay.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Nikki, you available, or you still working, or what?
I just had some kind of technical fluke. It was
Oh,
weird.
no
It was
worries.
like you flinched out, and then all of a sudden there was nothing. I think there's some extraterrestrial activity going on
I
around
believe it.
me.
I do believe that.
It's not the first weird thing that has happened today. So
Hey,
I'm
hey.
like, what's going on? Oh goodness. Oh, no, I'm good. That was very good.
Okay.
Spot on and just in alignment. Yeah.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Miss Williams, you got any closing remarks?
Just enjoy the wave, the descending light of this full moon that we just had a few days ago. Ride the wave. Okay, we are descending light, so things happening right now is about release, removal, and being at peace and setting up for the next cycle.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. If there'll be nothing else, this has been On the Sevens with Pfeiffer's B Metatron, where we come to awaken to our mastered self, ascend with our evolving soul, and expand our consciousness mind. We are thankful and grateful for each and every one of you for your support and encouragement. Please continue to keep On the Sevens with Pfeiffer's B Metatron a part of your soul's journey as your mastered self awaits you. Let me leave you with this: as above, so below. As within, so without. As of the cosmos, so in your soul core level. It is so, it is so. Always be authentically you, unapologetically. Until we gather again, which will be Thursday, with On the Sevens Master Self Health and Healing. Until we gather again, goodbye for now. I am Pfeiffer's B Metatron on the Sevens, signing off. Zen Uru, Zen Uru, Zen Uru. I'll see whoever can make it on Thursday. I'll see you guys Thursday.